This past weekend, I didn't do any videos. I had my daughter Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I brought her back, so I didn't have time to make a video. So yeah, I don't think I'll do videos whenever I have my daughter, because whenever I have my daughter, I've learned that that's some very valuable time. She's 12 years old, and you know what? I enjoy that time. And I'm so happy being sober because I can enjoy each moment, and I just relish every moment because I know that she's gonna be moving on, changing, and we'll I think we're gonna be close hopefully, but never probably be as close as we are now. So I just love being a dad. It's just the most amazing privilege. I have so much gratitude. It's just like an honor being a dad, and just being there, because I only see her like every other weekend. We talk at night, we talk in the morning, but it's just absolutely wonderful. So those are sacred times. And we went to a haunted house, we went to the movies, we ate, we talked, we played games, like video games and stuff together. I did homework with her. She helped me do some business stuff. It was really great. All because I'm sober, man. It's just what a fucking blessing. And I was talking to my friend today when I went pick up packages, and he's like, how did you find out about AA, or how did you end up being in a meeting, And the story goes, and it's so funny because I was working as an assistant manager at a really good company here, MIT, Manzanillo International Terminal, as an assistant manager. I was hired to replace this guy named Joe Cuddy. I'm not gonna say any names. I almost slipped up there. I was hired to replace a manager because the company felt like they wanted to replace him. And but when I got hired on, I was also going through a divorce, and I was really angry. I was drinking a lot. I was smoking a lot of weed. The place was so high security, I don't know how I passed the drug test, but I did my regular standard cranberry juice, drinking lots of water. I think I gave myself like maybe 10, 15 days, and then I took this urination test or whatever, and I passed it. I don't fucking know how I did that shit. It came around to bite me in the ass because I actually popped on a piss test. And I got escorted out of a really good job. But what's funny is that nobody liked the manager, right? And I didn't like him either at first because he was so fucking happy. I'm like, why is this guy always so fucking happy? Because me, I was just always absolutely miserable. Just like the world is just against me. Everything is against me. Nothing works out. I always have these problems. I always create these problems. I create worry. I create stress. I give that stress to whoever I'm in a relationship with at that time, my former wife, and they just want to try to help, but there's no helping because it's all right here. It's this guy, And anyway, I was going through this, and I asked some of my management, it's like, I'm going through a divorce, I need help, man. I'm just going, kind of crazy right now, because I was consuming a lot. I had a company vehicle. I would smoke weed in the company vehicle, roll down my window, smoke would come out. And this is a no drug policy fucking port, you're not supposed to be drunk or drugs. They have breathalyzer tests, they got piss tests on the spot, they got fucking dogs, they got fucking police, they got high security shit, there's like military fucking clearance and everything. And I don't give a shit, it's because it's all about me, so I continue doing drugs and alcohol, trying to work this job, driving intoxicated from work, because I would pick up alcohol and drive from the city. And then one morning I was coming in to work. Let me go back to this, my manager. He seen that I was going through all this stuff, you know. He said, "Hey Chad, how you doing, man? How you doing?" Because I was fucking miserable. You can see misery and darkness in me. Say, "Hey Chad, how you doing, man? Hey man, you ever thought about AA, you know?" And that just pissed me off, you know, because why would this guy even bring it up? I didn't know years later, took about 4 years later, that this guy was actually in AA, which explains why he was so fucking happy. Just like me, why am I so happy? Why? I got people I can talk to. I've shed all of my negative energy. I've taken the fucking huge backpack off my back that was negative, right? All the weight that I carried, all the resentment that I've carried, that's all been released. I don't carry that anymore. And if I do get resentment at that moment right there, like last week when I found out my neighbor wants to do the same type of work that I'm doing, charge the same price, that pissed me off at first, you know. But I forgave him. I haven't talked to him, but I forgave him already. You know, I prayed about it, moving on. Anyway, so my boss like, "Yeah, Chad, you should try AA." But I didn't know he was in AA. And he never told me he was in AA until after I got into the program. Years later, he had already moved on. But I realized that's why the guy was so happy. He had a beautiful wife, a family, he had his shit together. Nobody liked him because he was so happy. I wanted what he had. I didn't know a person could be that happy and just happy about their day, happy about life. I didn't know I could wake up with this trust and understanding and just, it's gonna be a wonderful day. Thank you for this day. I'm alive today. What am I grateful for? Shit, breathing, whatever. Air conditioner, roof over my head, food in the refrigerator. I didn't know he was in AA. And years later, you know, I told him, I was like, "Joe, you know, man, I really hated you when I first met you because you were so happy, but I didn't know why you were so happy. So I just want to tell you I'm sorry for all that. But you know what? I needed to go through all that to get where I'm at today." So I told him, "Thank you for mentioning AA." Because it wasn't until after that where I kind of picked up the big book. I didn't pick up the big book. Because during that time of divorce, I was angry. And I had two decisions to make. I could stay on the dark side, on the angry side of life and continue to be miserable, or I could make a decision to change. This time around, this is the second go around, second baby's mama, I decided to go ahead and try to make a change. And I was reading like Wayne Dyer, and I was like, let me check out this AA big book of Alcoholics Anonymous, you know. I read it 2 times. But I still didn't get into the program until like 4 years later or 3 years later, you know, after I fucked up some more and lost everything wholeheartedly, you know. But anyway, I was just telling that story to my friend today, you know, because I had some really cool jobs and projects that I worked on in the canal and around the canal and with these companies. And I was saying, yeah, man, it was the coolest thing, you know, that I was able, at this time in my life, I was able to be a part of all that. But at the same time, I had all this shit, you know, and eventually I knew I needed to change, you know. And so I was just so happy, you know, about that. And especially this morning, you know, waking up and kind of getting into prayer and meditation, exercise, took a shower, made my bed, get everything ready before I go to the city to pick up packages and stuff. And then I met someone at the gas station, a woman that I kept seeing there. I was like, "Hey, what?" It's like, it's so weird, so random to see, you know, a woman, anyway, it's hard to say, but a woman like this in that area. And then I was like, if I see that woman again, I want to talk to her. And I did. We had a great conversation, you know, and it was really cool. So I was just like, wow, man, what a great day. And I delivered some packages. So I was of service today. You know, I delivered some packages. I had a lot of wins, man. And Wes Watson, I love Wes Watson. And you know, man, he's such an inspiration to me. I got so many mentors, you know, but Wes Watson's a great mentor, and he talks about, you know, having some wins for the day, you know. Man, I had so many wins today. I'm just so happy. I'm so grateful being sober. I'm so grateful having my daughter this past weekend. I'm so grateful my truck's still working since fucking 2008. I asked God to just keep that motor running, baby, you know. And I'm just so thankful for today, you know. And I hope if you're struggling with sobriety, I hope, you know, I'm this small, man. I'm a little small guy, but I'm just hoping that I reach somebody. And if you have any questions, man, or just want to send me a shout out, man, I'm all ears, man. Send me a comment, send me a question. You know, I'll do the best I can. I want to be of service. I'll help. You know, how can I help? You know, this is why I'm here. And I really want to keep doing this. But when I have my daughter, I'm not doing this. When I don't have my daughter, I'm going to try to continue to make videos on those days. And, but anyway, keep coming back. It works if you work it.